week 2 of the 2024 season, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Falcons and the Eagles on Monday Night Prime Time.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Falcons make their way out behind their new quarterback for 2024. Signed back in March, the veteran Kirk Cousins.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Cousins looking to put it up right away. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. That's to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. A run for the first time for Bijan Robinson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 14 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And that nearly an interception here on his opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And the tight end goes in motion left. Cousins. That is caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Cousins. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. To throw, Cousins. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Cousins. Caught on the slant. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. To throw is Cousins. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Charlie Warner, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 114 yards.
But they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Looking to throw on second down. Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Play action now. Cousins. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. First down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 44, Hurts, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll look to throw here. They'll roll him out right. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And some room to roll now. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Hurts. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gamble with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now a 2nd and 6. Cousins to throw it. And complete to Drake London. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
London moves the chains here, which is not unusual, because that's something he did on over 65% of his receptions a season ago. Plenty of new pieces in place.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half. And he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield. So he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 25 on second down. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
63, 60.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll run with Barkley. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back, who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PA's here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Alvin Kamara, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Kyler Murray, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounced back from the defeat on opening weekend. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Khalil Shakir, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll set up to throw. Steps away. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up the middle with Barkley. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy, 63. Go Silver, ready? Hey! Crowd left, Yeti! Yeti! No touch!
They'll look to throw again. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense and Kirk Cousins getting ready for this next possession. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to... That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, he can get a matchup.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the 1st. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll buy some time right. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Now that's a killer because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Like you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Hurts. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And Atlanta regains possession of the football. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. Locates Mooney on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. There's Mooney with another catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Got a man, it's London. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Cousins now. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Drake London, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Coup for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Oh, the Falcons got it. Yep, Atlanta football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here comes 2nd down at 5. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. His kick is absolutely perfect. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One last shot now for Cousins. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Eagles, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop